Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a Screenwriter's Rant on Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. We're going to get into it. Is it going to be good? I sincerely doubt it because I kind of don't like Resident Evil except for Mila when she was in it. But I'll try to set my bias aside, not really, and talk about it. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books. Links in the description. The Pineys, Book 7. The Paradox Piney, now available at Amazon. Ebook, trade paperback, Kindle Unlimited is free. Also, I will be at Barney's Loves Books on Saturday, October 16th will be the next signing. I just added October 30th as another signing, but I'll be at Barney's 12 to 2. That's October 16th. Saturday in Woodstown, New Jersey. See you there. Resident Evil. First off, it's another trailer ahead of another trailer, which is so annoying. But the story is pretty basic. Raccoon City is where the Umbrella Corporation did a terrible experiment and unleashed. It's not even the zombie plague because there are more than zombies in the movie. There are these monstrous creatures, I guess from hell, but it's never quite clear to me what the hell Raccoon City is, what the hell Umbrella Corp is, what the hell anything is in these movies or in the video games. It's just an excuse to blow apart monsters with guns. And don't get me wrong, I like that. I like zombies. I love me some good zombie movie. But I hate the sort of overblown pseudo-scientific trappings of what's supposed to be serious and scary just comes off as some guy writing in his notebook a bunch of crazy crap that I was started by a corporation and the dogs turned into monsters too, and here's an even bigger monster and here's an even bigger monster. November 24th in movie theaters. It just, contagious. See, like that big guy. Look at that big guy there. It's too big. This isn't a zombie. I don't know what this is. It doesn't make any sense in the context of, the Umbrella Corporation. What does the Umbrella Corporation do? What were they trying to do? None of it makes any sense. I'm sure it's somewhere. I'm sure deep in the mythos of Resident Evil somewhere is the explanation, but it's never come across in a coherent way consistently across all the movies. It's one of these concepts. It's just like, oh no, let's just get to the fight. Let's just get to the fight. Yeah. Something happened. There was a spill. Whatever. Zombies, monsters. I've never liked any of the characters. I just don't like this. And it's hard for me to say, being a huge fan of zombies. I don't find it scary. It's just a video game. It's just a video game movie. I mean, a video game that is turned into a movie, but it's barely a movie. It barely has any... It's just an excuse to do cool stuff. I forget the one I saw where it had, the security system where, lasers came down the hall in a pattern and cut a guy into pieces. I mean, it looked cool. Don't get me wrong, it looked totally cool. And then he falls to pieces. It's cool as hell. But so what? It doesn't make any sense. It's just a Hollywood effect that, okay, all right, you can kill a guy doing that. This reminds me, what the Resident Evil reminds me of. It reminds me of a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, although obviously not Dungeons and Dragons, but like a modern Dungeons and Dragons campaign, where the dungeon master keeps killing everybody and then bragging how he can kill anybody. You're the dungeon master. You can do whatever you want in Dungeons and Dragons if you're the dungeon master. So these people can do whatever they want in the movie, and they keep trying to impress me, but they're not impressing me. What would impress me is if they had a story that made sense, with characters I give a crap about. I don't care about any of the characters in Resident Evil. I didn't even care about Mila Jovovich. I just liked her because she's hot, and she was Lilu in another movie. Raccoon City. What does that mean? It's just a name. It's a cool name. The Umbrella Corporation, cool logo, cool corporation. I don't get it. Okay? If there is a mythos here that's important to the story, why not put it in the forefront? Why not start this trailer with, we're the Umbrella Corporation and we're going to cure you of cancer. And then they inject a bunch of people and they turn into zombies, and that's how it all started. Something like that. If that, and again, I don't know the origin. And I've seen a ton of Resident Evil stuff, and I still don't know the origin of it all. And you might say, well, it doesn't matter. Okay. I don't want to just see endless fights out of context. That's what this all feels like. It feels like everything in Resident Evil is out of context. Like I came in the middle of something, and then I watch it, and then it ends, and I'm still no smarter than when I entered this world. I want to know what the world is and how it functions. You know, at least in Half-Life, I have sort of a vague understanding that they open the portals of hell, and that's why all this is happening. I think that's it for Half-Life, right? Something like that. Like, give me something to hang my hat on here. Give me a wizard or an evil guy walking around. No. The Resident Evil is like a bunch of people, a bunch of characters searching for a villain, searching for an evil, and it's just evil everywhere. It's just evil out of a notebook. Like when I was a kid, people would do notebook stuff, right? They'd get bored and they'd draw little missiles shooting at things or draw monsters or whatever. That's what all these movies feel like. It just feels like a kid coming up with crazy monsters with no origins, no story, no backstory, nothing. I can't stand Resident Evil, is what I'm saying. I mean, that's a long-winded way of saying it. I just can't stand it. And this trailer doesn't bring me in. It's just like, okay, there's going to be monsters again. I'm not going to learn anything about Raccoon City. I'm not going to learn anything about anything. I mean, I appreciate they're trying to go back to 98. You know, I appreciate that. I appreciate you trying to respect the history, and there are characters in it. You know, like this. It's just a bunch of props. There's no context to it. Like, where's Patient Zero and all that? It just looks like a bunch of stuff from the video game. That's the way the video games were, too, to me. So, I can't endorse this. I just can't stand it. I mean, I don't hate it, but I wouldn't waste my time. If it was free on TV somewhere, maybe I'd watch it while I was playing cards or something, or doing something else. That's about my level of interest. So, it's mindless to me. It's as mindless as the zombies in the game. And that's my rant. I'm Tony D, and I just pissed off all the Resident Evil fans. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and check us out on Bitchute and Rumble. You can hear my other strong opinions about real things.